or hear you.
Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Got it.
That was a bump.
You didn't
Get
do
it? No.
That says got it.
Okay.
Hit that.
I guess.
Come on, Brenda, properly.
iPad.
They might see you.
We can hear you.
You hear us?
Yeah.
You see
Hi,
us?
Rhonda.
Yeah,
You
Rhonda.
hear us? You hear
I
us?
see
hope
Kenny
you're
and
not
Walt.
saying anything
Hey.
you don't want to say here.
Do they see you?
Do you see me?
No.
No. I thought you was hip to this gadgetry.
Look who's
Now, you can
who's
put me on
talking.
the video.
I know. I got to come to Gloucester to do this.
Put me on the video.
What is happening?
I want to see.
Yeah. What is this over here?
Okay, let me put my glasses.
What's that there?
Yeah.
Do I have to hit
Yeah.
that?
At the bottom, you should see a camera button.
Yeah.
On there.
Grandma.
This button right here. Should be a button that says start video.
You see it?
Bottom left.
That's
Oh, it is.
it says
My
recording.
computer sucked it. I haven't said anything.
You can hear us?
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh. B. What's that? Bean. There you
Oh,
go.
there we are. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
No.
What's happening?
Can you see us?
Yeah, we can see you.
Hi,
Oh, it
guys.
looks like your father.
Hey, Tal.
Hey,
Yeah.
Happy holidays. Uh-oh, what happened?
Hey.
Hey, T.
Hey,
Saturday. How we doing?
All right, all right.
Hi, bye.
Hi, Tom.
I'm
What you do? Put on a suit and tie for this occasion?
No, I just got on a shirt and my bowler.
That's amazing.
A little Arizona flavor.
Okay.
Where's your 10-gallon hat?
I ain't going that deep.
What you got on, a bolo tie?
Yeah. Suit and tie.
What are they?
Huh?
What are they? Bolo.
What are they? What? Bowler ties.
Bolo. Yeah. B-O-L-O, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Lizard kid.
Boy, who are all these old folks? Remember we used to see
Where's
old folks?
Emerson?
I don't know. Gloria's trying to get him on now.
All right.
What you been up to, man?
Oh, not much. Getting ready to have me a little Southwestern happy hour, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much you weigh, Kenny?
270.
You look huge.
Lost a few pounds, had that colonoscopy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That was okay.
All good. Yep. Yeah, I don't have to go back now for 5 years, no more every 3 years.
Yeah.
What, that up periscope?
Yeah.
No lead.
Hey.
Valentino.
Yeah, that's some of my name.
How you been?
Pretty good for an old guy, I guess.
Yeah, you old.
Yeah, I am 86.
Man.
You're right behind me.
Yeah, not little bit back, not quite. Yeah.
We just left Frankie and Carol, and they said wish you all a Merry Christmas.
All
Happy
right,
holidays.
all right,
They look
Yeah.
good, both of them.
yeah,
They
Good.
tell you, Tom, but they had cut down all of those trees from across from the church.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think who told me that? War. I think War told me that.
yeah.
I don't know what that's about.
Hey,
I don't
Ferry's
know.
getting paid. That's what it is.
Well, I had
Yeah, again,
Frankie and Carolyn had mentioned something about talk of a highway. Making that
Yeah.
road a highway.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope
And
they
I
don't
said that
build
was
Yes,
low.
all the way
side
up
of
there.
the road to cut down.
Packham?
Most of the houses are empty or sit way back.
Yeah. Hmm. Oh, well,
Yeah.
Real estate.
yep.
They can't defeat us, so they buy all the land that's free.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
How's your eyes, bud?
Oh, good.
Good.
Yeah. Well, I thank you all for hopping on.
Hey, Randall.
The goal here is really just to capture as much information as possible. Cousin Hattie or great grandma. We don't know too much about her. And then like I was showing photos to, the little historical committee we have, and a lot of people couldn't identify her, didn't know who she was. So I plan to try to capture as much information as possible. I'm gonna hopefully go into the neighborhood and start, trying to do interviews with some of the remaining folks out of Old Gloucester. So this will be like a basis for me when I move out
All
there.
right.
What old folks you talking about? There's hardly any of
Yeah, not many.
He had Delphine up there
Generation.
a couple of weeks ago. Delphine.
Right. And she was telling me a lot of her interactions with cousin Hattie. So, I plan on trying to capture it all. But getting everything that you guys know is the best place to begin. So I wrote up some questions to really help the conversation flow. But we can kind of keep it conversational, nothing really strict. I want to begin with showing you guys some of the old photos I was able to pull out.
Yes.
All right.
Delete this one.
I didn't make it big. That's a
Looking good, Rhonda.
Yeah, I just saw Rhonda. Can Wayne get in by telephone?
He should be able to.
If he knew how to do it. Maybe he can instruct him.
Struggling myself over here.
Where's that one with Dad and
Yeah,
all
that
the-
one, that one, yeah.
that one right there when he was yeah.
Here we go.
You look at that.
Can you guys see?
I remember that one. I'll look
I do too.
Patty in the
Now,
middle.
who's in this
Nick.
picture here?
Ain't that boy got some big ears?
Who are the kids in here? Can we get a roll call? Is that
Okay,
LT
from-
with
Eyes
From
by
left to
Hattie
right.
Louise, Joanne, John Alden, Tal, and cousin Marge.
Alden.
Yeah.
Cousin
Cousin
Alden.
Darlene.
who the boy with the good hair up front?
Who's the brother? Who's
John
the brother?
Alden.
Who's the
John
brother at
Alden.
the top? Who's that on top by? The
Huh?
doctor
Cousin
guy
John.
on top.
The
On
dark
the
guy
John
on the top
Baptist,
is cousin
Dad,
James.
Grandpa, and
James
I'm the
Right.
Walls. Cousin
Yeah.
Daddy's husband, Walls.
Walls, yeah.
Yeah. Where
Now,
was
who
the
he
one
from?
that-
Walls
You know?
related to?
He's the one that ran in and said, "Don't get nervous now," when lady was loose.
Yeah.
And we ran in the house and he ran behind us and locked the door.
Yeah. And cousin Margie and
Don't get nervous now.
That's cousin Hattie holding Nick.
Can you pull on something?
yeah.
Sitting down?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
she
And
was
her
really-
sister
Cousin Hattie
Charlene.
was
Cousin
really
Charlene,
prosperous
yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
And cousin Woody behind cousin Charlene.
Yeah.
Yeah. That ain't
And
cousin
then-
Woody.
Wait a minute, no, that, what,
Oh,
that,
that's
Cousin
Washington.
Woody ain't
Okay.
there.
And
Hide
then-
himself.
The grand-
That's John.
John on the left. Right. All right.
Woody ain't in this picture.
No, that's not Woody. Okay, that's Washington. I got you.
Who's this, bro?
That's cousin Margie. Mother.
All ready?
Mhm. Got another one?
Yep. So one more.
Was that Walls fella her first husband?
Hattie's,
No,
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember cousin Reverend Lemon, but that was the only other husband she had.
I don't think it's
no. Yeah, Wall and Lemon.
I didn't know Reverend Lemon was her husband.
Reverend Lemon and her was
You don't
married.
remember that, boy?
Because I know he had 50 years marriage.
Yep, but then he and cousin Hattie got married.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Who had the
Yeah.
bucks that bought all the houses and land and stuff?
John,
Yeah.
that guy right there, John on the right, cousin
Yeah, John
Hattie
Alden.
and Margie.
Yeah.
So who's in the middle?
Cousin Hattie.
Hattie
Okay.
looked like mine.
So does look like mine.
She does look. I was just gonna,
Funny.
I swear, I didn't want to
Yeah.
say that, but I was gonna say that did look like Grandma has it.
Yeah.
I tell you,
He
man,
just
when
said
I
it- he
heard
just
that,
said it too.
the stature and everything was like Mars, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
always,
Yeah.
thought so since hearing that.
Look like Leah.
I got
Kid, kid looking up.
Currently
What you
in-
got there?
All right, yeah, Leah's working on Uncle Wayne. So we'll go ahead and begin with a few of these questions. First one I got is if each of you could tell us what's your earliest memory of cousin Hattie? Start with the oldest.
I don't know, man.
What?
I
Wasn't
do
too
remember,
pleasant.
You know,
It always was always on us, what criticizing, like, very strict. And I used to have to cut her grass. Well, didn't have to, but I used to cut her grass and made sure I didn't cut her flowers.
Yeah, she might as well have cut it
I
herself.
walked as much as I did. Yeah.
So sounds like she was real old school.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can't say I ever remember her giving us a gift at Christmas or anything like that.
She didn't slide you a buck or anything like that.
Not hardly. I get $3 in a coat.
There were too many of
Not
you.
3, yeah. Yeah, times and change.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know she
for sure.
blocked me from going to Allie Blue's wedding. I remember that.
How'd that happen?
Because she wanted to go to the wedding down. Where was that? Down in Prague?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I couldn't go because wasn't enough room.
Wow.
Cousin Hattie didn't go,
Yes, she did.
did she?
Smaller
She
statue.
went to Allie's wedding. Cousin Hattie went.
Yeah. I don't remember that.
You was.
I was born anyhow.
You was
But the earliest I remember is cousin Hattie was always up at grandma's house, and as a young kid, man, she'd be up there damn near all the time.
Yeah. And being in Cambridge every year too, with the Cohens, I remember more of being up in Massachusetts than down here in Virginia, really.
Yeah.
So she would stay with you guys when she was up north?
No, about
Well, she
3 or 4 blocks away. She was like a house maid for the Cohens.
Is that right?
Yeah, family.
Wow.
Yeah, he was, I think, a professor at Harvard or something. His
Yeah.
wife was some kind of German spy or something like that, wasn't she?
Yeah,
No,
Francis.
she was damn it. She was in the Holocaust, and she had been shot in the throat.
Tracheotomy, yeah.
You
So when
know,
she
she
talked,
was
she had to put a hand over her.
right.
throat to talk.
Yeah, she was Jewish, and she had went through all that old Nazi crap, and
Yeah.
you know, she
Well,
survived
I remember
somehow.
Cousin Hattie being there more than anything, you know what I mean? Because that's most time she spent with us. Like if she get a day off or whatever, she'd be over our house, you know.
Wasn't the Cohen's daughter in the Iditarod?
No.
No,
No,
that's the butcher,
that was
Susan Butcher.
Butcher Wax.
Yeah,
What was the Cohen the girl's name?
Francis.
That was
Francis,
Nick's friend.
yeah.
Yeah. They were a wealthy family, and Cousin Hattie came up every winter and worked as a maid for them. And she was, pretty much over the house on the weekends.
Yeah.
with them.
Just during the
If
winter months?
Yeah.
if it wasn't cousin Hattie, it was Roxy.
She always went home to Virginia in the summer, so she might have been up there the whole year except for the summer. We were
Yeah.
young.
But Roxy used to come up and work for the Cohens too, didn't she?
Ulysses'
She
mom?
came up a couple of
Yeah.
times, but I don't know who she
Really? I
worked
didn't know
for.
that.
I think
So
she
who-
worked for the Cohens when
Who
cousin
put them
Hattie
onto
wasn't
these
there.
jobs?
Huh?
Was it Grandma has it or LT that put them onto these jobs?
No, they just
Oh.
came up and asked around folks.
I don't know how they got into the job over there with the Cohen. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Maybe could have just answered the ad in the paper. Who knows then, huh?
But there was
Nah.
a lot of
No.
Gloucester folks in Cambridge and all, I remember.
Yeah.
Ones
Yeah.
from around Gloucester that lived up there in Cambridge.
Yeah.
So it could have
And
been
Hattie-
somebody else that she knew from Virginia that hipped her to the job, you know?
Yeah.
And Cousin Hattie stayed with the Cohens for a long time. It wasn't like she went to different jobs.
Right.
Right. Right.
So going through some of these questions, so she worked as a maid. Her demeanor was a little bit of a hard crab. Was she witty at all? I know that's a recurring trait, like with grandma. Does anyone?
She was pretty serious most of the time.
Yeah.
She didn't,
No foolishness.
right.
Yeah.
And whenever the Cohens had a party or anything, Ma would go over and help Cousin Hattie, with
Yep.
serve the food and all of that.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's the next question.
Did Ma always know cousin Hattie was a mother, even then?
Wait, don't answer that. That's
Oh.
like later.
Okay.
So like,
She never said anything. I don't know.
I was an
I don't
adult.
either.
was she socially engaged? You guys said that she was doing parties there. So was she hired to do that, or was that like a part of a group she was
No,
in?
she was hired to do that.
What's the
a job.
question?
You know.
Was she socially engaged? Was she part of any organizations or friend groups?
Who?
It's
Myra.
That's about it.
Church?
What are you talking about?
What about that
Yeah.
homemakers
Yeah.
party or something
Yeah.
Grammy used to belong to? You know?
The Golden Age Club?
Golden
Was
Age,
she
yeah.
part of that?
It wasn't the Golden Age, it was the Golden Rule Club.
Golden
Golden
Rule
Rule,
Club, yeah.
Yeah.
I talking
Yeah,
about the
they go
Golden
around
Age.
to different houses once a month and have a meeting.
Yeah.
Was she
Yeah.
close to anyone?
And we would always like that, Talbot, because the leftover food and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So was that just a
Down
club
here,
for the
same
women?
thing. Homemakers Club.
Yeah, there was a club most for the women in around Cambridge, it's Golden Rule Club, and our school dentist was in that club, remember? Mrs.
Dr.
Wright?
Wright,
Who?
Yeah.
Dr.
Yeah.
Wright.
Dr.
So we
Wright,
couldn't
yeah.
mess up at school because she would rat us out.
Aunt Ethel was in there too, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Miss Porter?
No.
No.
No. No, Miss Porter came in late, late in the game.
Like I did.
Yeah.
Was she close to anyone? Any close friends?
Well,
Who, Myra or cousin Hattie?
Cousin Hattie.
she had a sister here, right, right up the road, and in
But
this
then
neighborhood,
she
everybody was close and hooked up in this neighborhood,
and she knew Aunt Ethel and Mrs. Carter and all those folks.
Leona Carter.
Remember Mrs. Carter stole her man, the old dude with the pack.
Yeah, with the slick grass
What was his
there. What was his name?
Not Tassie.
Tiasi.
Yeah, Tiasi.
Had a package.
That was a cold package, though.
Who stole him?
Huh?
Who stole him from Cousin Hattie? Cousin Hattie stole
George Carter's wife. What was her name?
Oh, okay.
Leona Carter.
Yeah. She used to come down to Virginia. She had connections down at Hayes.
She was from there. She had a
Okay.
She had a cousin that had a bakery right there on 17.
Okay. Yeah, there was a lot of connections there.
Nelson Carter.
Eugene,
And,
Sherman. Yeah.
And then Evans, they was from Ware Neck.
Yeah, there was a lot of Gloucester folks up in Mass.
Right.
Massachusetts, I know it. Dr. Price
Yep.
and
Some dude named Talifer or something lived right there.
Whiting,
in Field Street.
Thomas
Yeah,
Whiting,
Mr.
or something.
Whiting. Yeah.
Whiting.
Connected to the gardeners down in, yeah.
Yeah, he was from Haverhill.
Haverhill, yeah.
Right down with us.
Didn't Dad used to date the daughter?
Yeah.
I think Dad used to date the daughter before he met Ma.
Whose daughter?
Whiting's daughter, one of the Whitings.
How did that cut in?
Bye.
Up there in Haverhill?
Huh?
How did that cut into Mr. Whiting's daughter?
I don't know about Whiting's daughter, but he was Grandpa's good friend, and he
Who
wrote
was that
songs.
Flossie? Who was Flossie? Wasn't she Whiting?
Prom, right?
No, Flossie was up here.
Wasn't it Flossie Whiting?
I can't remember the name now. It was up here in Massachusetts, and her brother was Dad's best man when he first married Jenny.
Okay.
Can't remember the name, but Flossie was his sister.
Woodson. Flossie
Can't
Woodson.
think of it. Oh, I hate that. And then nobody to ask when you can't.
Was it Woodson?
Wood, something like that.
Flossie Woodson.
Yeah.
Dad took her to the prom, right?
He was a great baseball player, but Dad said he was way before his time.
Yeah.
But he was a great baseball player, and they lived in Groton.
Who was the guy that won the French bike race there?
Tour de France.
Major something.
Major Taylor.
It had the bicycle down in the basement.
Major Taylor.
Yeah.
He was a black dude, brother?
Yeah.
He won the Tour de France?
Back in the
Tour de
in the
France.
early 1900s.
Yeah. Dad saw the bike that he wanted on. It was in his basement.
In
Yeah,
Cambridge?
and his assistant was Bert Hazard.
Mhm.
From the Worcester Hazards.
Worcester, yeah.
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 All right.
All right, moving along.
All right.
Where did cousin Hattie's childhood take place? In like the home she grew up in?
I think she was originally over in the Newport News area when she was. Then
Just remember her at her place in Gloucester.
Didn't you say that she didn't live up with her family, that she was placed in somewhere?
throat getting a
That
little
was
dry.
sister, cousin Charlene.
Oh, okay.
Cousin Hattie, from what I saw looking up on the computer there, Cousin Hattie was in a family of drivers. But her sister was in West Point in the family of Tuppenses. And I remember Ma telling me one time that the Tuppenses was some kind of like distant relative, something like that, you know. I remember some of them Tuppenses.
To do plaster work.
Yeah, they did my house on Belroy Road.
Cousin Hattie and cousin Charlene's maiden name was Chaffee.
Kathy.
Yep.
Chaffee, Chaffee.
And their mother was Washington's sister.
Is that right?
Yeah, their mother was Washington's sister. Hattie was Washington's niece.
Ah.
Right.
Yeah.
What you washing down
A little burb. Throat was getting a little dry.
All right. And you said that she was raised in
Look at thee.
Could you get into how she
Yeah, there was
teenage-
a couple man that was
Look at you.
I'll show you that sometime, man.
Seen it?
Or something, you know.
Please, so could you tell them like what you were able to find out about her teenage years?
That she was raised in a house that it was, a family name was Driver. It was John Driver, if I remember correctly. But they show Cousin Hattie at about 16 years old, and they also show a young fella there that was around the same age. But I thought it strange that her sister, Cousin Charlene, was raised in the household, the Tupman's household up in West Point. So I don't know what happened there. I know back
So
in the
they
day,
got separated somewhere along the way, sounds
well,
like.
back in the day too, they used to farm children out, like, you know what I mean? They go to
Help
work
out
with
over at this household. Yeah,
It
yeah.
could have been some of that.
Didn't they have a
you know?
brother, Stephen?
Stephen, yeah.
No, Steve was Cousin Hattie's son, wasn't it?
No,
Wasn't he?
Cousin Hattie didn't have any kids other than my
Yeah, Stephen
who was
was her
Steve?
brother.
brother. Yeah,
Who?
he died in a plane crash, right?
Plane
Right.
crash up at Hockham, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Lala was with him at that
Who was
time.
his mother?
He was Hattie and
Who was
Charlene's
Steve's
fifth
mother?
brother. He was but his last name was Driver, wasn't it, By?
I don't know. I just know Stephen.
Well, see, that's why I
Well,
told you. He
yeah.
was raised in a
I
driver
was young.
household,
Yeah.
and what I
Yeah.
looked
Who
at-
was his mother?
Then there was Janice, the younger sister,
Yeah.
who lived in Florida.
Jinsey or something. they used to
Jinsey,
call
Janice, Jinsey, okay.
her.
Yeah. Crazy. I don't know. Ma didn't want to talk about it, you know, and every time you'd ask her, she said, well, as far as she was concerned, Eliza was her mother.
The only mother and
Yeah.
father I know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what she always said. They're the only ones I know.
Yep.
Do you guys think she was your grandmother?
I do.
I mean,
Warren always did think so. No, I never thought so. Warren always thought so. Then
Well, I
And
didn't
Grandpa
know-
was the
I
father.
didn't know that till I was driving. I was behind the wheel of a car, and I think Nit told me. But like after she told me that, I mean, it was just so much alike with Myron Cousin Hattie
Yeah.
that I believe that was the
Yeah.
case, you
Yeah.
know.
and I know
If she
Eliza couldn't have kids, and I didn't know she wore a bag until afterwards, you know.
well, if she wasn't a mother, who was? You know.
Oh, it was definitely Hattie. You can see it, you know, and everyone knew it,
I think so.
you know, but who's the father? That's the question.
That's the second question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you guys think the father was?
I've heard Washington.
Heard who?
Washington.
Caruso.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why
Penny?
it was so hard.
Maybe that's
Wasn't me.
was so much.
He
wasn't
sure
me.
took care of Ma. He left her the home. He bought her cars. He was definitely took care of her.
You know. Grammy.
Well, she would have been the closest thing to a child they had, it seems like.
Yeah, yeah. Because him and his wife didn't have any children.
What you got, a toothpick, boy? What you
Yeah,
doing?
Getting
Well,
that
no,
hame
it's
out my teeth there, that 3 bean, 15 bean.
Yeah,
don't
too
know
much,
anything about
boy.
the driver. That's what Warren was saying.
He was doing Zoom picking his choppers.
But that's what he was driving. Oh, Uncle Warren said something.
And the guy's last name was Driver, but you said
John Driver or
that could have been
something.
a chauffeur.
I'll show you that.
Caribbean.
Yeah,
Didn't you guys say once the
Boy, that's good though, huh?
I heard it was a show.
Wilma
you say that?
told me that one time, something that cousin Nettie had told him that Ma's father was a chauffeur somewhere that when she was in Richmond or something, and I got her pregnant.
I don't know why I heard Jersey.
Do you think Bobby Lemon would know anything?
Not now.
No,
Yeah.
Bobby,
he know which way is up.
He know the road to glory.
Yeah, there's no one around anymore.
Who would have been involved in the decision to give your mother up, you think?
Well, cousin Hattie was only
Yeah,
16 when she
never
had
know.
mine. So she got pregnant at 15, you know.
I don't think cousin Hattie's my mother.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think cousin Hattie was Ma's mother?
No, because we would have been her grandchildren. Like you said, she ain't never done anything for us, you know.
I don't know.
And you know, grandparents usually. What could she do for you? She could do something.
But she was always in the shadows, so to speak, you know.
Yeah.
Like I say, right around the
What do
corner.
you think, Bi?
Give
I think
you a
things
20 for
back then,
graduation
things
or
were
something
really
like that.
kept quiet, even though they knew it, they just kept quiet about it, didn't talk about it like.
But you
today.
think she was Ma's mother?
I think so.
I think so.
I think so, but you know, I know Ma said.
That's
the
what
only
they
thing
say.
I
That's what
heard
Ma
from
would
Ma
say.
is
Yeah.
that she was about 3 years old, and they were at Grammy and Grandpa's, and there was a white guy there, and there was an exchange of money.
They had her get dressed up.
Yep, and there was a white guy there with Grammy.
He
and
could have been the
Grandpa,
pop.
and there was an exchange.
Could have been one of them
money.
ferries.
Ah.
I thought of
Well,
maybe
Well, I mean, he would have been local. He would have been around more than just that one time. It would have been.
I thought of maybe the fairies too, you know, but Ma said there was a white guy there and there was an exchange of money. given to
Well, them
Grandpa.
ferries was definitely white.
Yeah. Back then, things were real hush hush.
Well,
I know.
we know
People
for a
didn't talk
fact
about
that the Rileys, Earl Riley and all, were Easters. Their grandmother was the Easter, who was a sister to Washington's mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, we know that the
In
Rileys,
that family, yeah.
Yeah.
as Earl,
Well,
used to
them
come
white
by
boys
the Grammy, was
tipping.
living, bringing deer meat, and in the summertime fish, and always coming by. This,
One of them white boys tipping around there,
oh yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Them good-looking gals, Charlene and Hattie, they were some good-looking girls, man. Back then, you know.
And back in the day, things were really hush hush and sealed. And that
Right.
was it.
But we went to what's that outfit? LDS in Las Cruces, and they had a good ancestry thing. And I looked up Ma, and they had her listed as mulatto. So
Yeah, we knew
you
that.
know,
Did
Huh?
they say where she was born?
Yeah.
no, but it did mention that. You know, I did look up and something about a Hattie. Now it could have been Hattie, but they had to spell Hattie, Hedd, whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
And you know, I couldn't go any further, but
Yeah.
it was crazy. But they had a good thing, huh?
Yeah.
And it was free. Rhonda and I'd go down there, and
Yeah.
I looked at the hazards. They was impressed, boy. It went all the way back to the revolution, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I still don't believe cousin Hattie was his mom, but who knows?
How do you think the situation affected your mother emotionally or otherwise?
I don't
Not at all.
Well, it made her.
I think Ma was very happy.
Yeah.
Ma was very happy being with Grammy and Grandpa.
Well, she liked to drive
and
her brother.
Eliza.
A lot of cousins, but she always wanted a big family, being the only child, and I guess that's why she had 7 kids. You know what I mean? She always wanted a big family, and like she grew up with the Driver brothers. You know what I mean? Hattie stayed in the house next door. Yeah, and Bill
She had
was
a lot of first cousins because she was close to cousin Mary, Carolyn's. That was like a sister.
And cousin Roxy too.
Yeah, she had a lot of first cousins that she considered brothers and sisters because they were the same in age.
Yeah.
I think Ma had a very happy childhood growing up with, Grandma and Grandpa.
Yeah. And she said Grammy and Grandpa were the only parents she knew, and that was it.
Right.
Like I said, Grandpa was sure good
So
to
she
her.
must have been really, really young.
Yeah.
When she was,
I heard she was 4.
yeah, about 3 or 4, I would say.
What 3 or 4? What when she moved in with them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she remembered, like the white guy in the exchange of money.
Well, where the hell
Told me
Where
that.
was it before? 4, first 3 or 4 years. Where was she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Only a few more questions.
But I guess when she got the Grammy and Grampy, I guess she was pretty healthy. So someone loved and took care of her up to then,
Yeah.
Probably got too hot and who knows, But
Did cousin Hattie and grandma ever spend time together at all that you can recall?
Other than taking her to the store or to doctor's appointments and things like that. I don't remember cousin Hattie up here.
They spent a lot of time together. When cousin Hattie come to Cambridge, they go to the flower shows and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
They spent a lot of time together.
And she went with us on a lot of, when we went to Worcester and Harvard and all.
Yeah.
She would ride with us. I think she even went to Vermont with us.
Like I said, she was always in the shadows there. She wasn't never far away.
Yeah.
Did LT ever speak on it?
No, I don't think he knew as much as we knew.
Well, Dad told me right over there in the living room that Ma had told him, and he knew that Grammy and Grandpa wasn't her parents, and Ma had told him what the deal was. He knew
what the deal was.
Yeah.
What is the deal?
Yeah, I mean
When she got married, did anyone go?
Who got
as far as the family?
Who? Ma?
Well, who got
or any of you?
Cousin Ethel was the Ma's maid of honor. Uncle Jim was the best man.
Aunt Carrie and Leonard were there.
I'm talking about cousin Hattie.
At whose wedding?
Leonard was about 3, I guess.
Yeah. Cousin Ethel was the Ma's maid of honor, right?
Yeah.
And when cousin Hattie married the Reverend, you're talking about your mother. When she
cousin Hattie?
Yeah, cousin Hattie married later in life. Right?
I remember something over there. I remember he had a black 51 Mercury. And they had shit, that's remembering. And we was up there for something there, and there was pictures taken on the front porch and all, but I don't know if it was a wedding or an anniversary or what the heck it was.
All right.
Reverend Lemon and cousin Hattie. We went to something up there at their house. There's pictures even there, Reverend Lemon and all on the
front. She used to have little parties up there. Back then they didn't call them parties. She fried up some chicken and potato salad and shit, and people just gathered. It wasn't nothing formal, you know? Get out that oil, Kenny.
He got that. Oh, he got that clear stuff. A whole bunch of clear liquor.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'll go to cousin Hattie's funeral.
Might be absolute.
Oh yeah, yeah. I used to, like I said, I used to cut her grass.
I don't.
I went to.
I might have been in the Navy at that time.
No, because I was grown. You were in the Navy. I was in first grade, second grade.
I don't
Hattie, but I-
remember going, but I did.
in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I could have been in
Yeah,
Massachusetts.
yeah.
I know she had a mean swing in the backyard.
Yeah, she had a beautiful home, high ceilings with the
Yeah,
front
yeah.
porch and stuff.
Except it was water.
Never got
Water,
that
I never went
deck
to
built.
basement.
So you were over there a lot.
Uh-huh.
I said she never got the back deck built. She had that big door in that
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
with a drop down to the yard.
All right.
The
more
driveway was lined with apple trees.
Yeah, all the way down to the road.
Good
Yeah,
area.
yeah, it was too.
A
Yeah.
lot of apple trees.
Cutting that grass and fighting them bees and hunting.
What else, bro?
How who handled her estate when she died?
Cutting John
Driver.
Alden's dad,
How was that?
John Wesley driver.
I don't know. I often wondered like why Ma wasn't in charge, sort of, you know what I mean? Because he give her like an opportunity to come into the house and take whatever she wanted.
You think she had a little animosity towards dad or whatever?
Keeping it secret. That's what it was. Just keeping it secret.
Yeah, well, still is the only child that she had, if that's the case.
But he handled the selling of her home and all that. There was any monies or anything like that. I don't know if Ma getting any, but
You know, I don't remember cousin Hattie up in Cambridge or anything like that. But when we did, cousin Charlene was closer to us. I always felt. I mean, cousin Charlene and cousin Woody would come get us, and Wayne and I'd ride in the back seat because of Woody driving that, was a Chevy, a Dodge.
Dodge.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, get up the road. Shifting gears and stuff because of Woody. We used to spend more time with cousin Charlene than we did cousin Hattie, to be honest.
Cousin Charlene always was closer and
Yeah.
doting over us more than
Yeah.
And she was always sweeter and nicer than
very
cousin
much so.
Hattie.
whenever we
Like
went
an
to
aunt.
Virginia.
Like
Huh?
Okay, aunt.
Yeah,
she doted
Charlene was
over
a
us more
sweetheart.
than Hattie.
she was. You know, give you money for graduation or your
Yeah.
birthday, Christmas, you get a little something, you know what I mean? You know?
Yeah.
My final question is, what do you guys feel is the legacy she left behind?
Who?
Cousin Hattie. If any, answer how you wish.
I got a lamp in my bedroom.
Didn't cousin Hattie give Ma, when she died, Ma got her wedding ring or a ring or something?
You might be right. Might be right.
That's about it. Who
No.
got the lamp?
What's her legacy?
Folks,
I
that's
think all she left was a loan.
Yeah.
that was her property all the way out to the road.
John Alden.
John Alden got.
All of that was hers. Where Frankie was hers. What about where cousin John is? Was that hers?
Where Bob, whatever his name was there, Bob
Nelson.
Bob Nelson
Yeah,
was
like I
her
said,
father.
from where she was all the way out to the road, all those apple trees.
So and she got that property and land for working for white folks in Cambridge?
No.
maybe
for her
husband,
She had
I
that
don't know.
before she
But
started going to
inherited
Cambridge.
herself.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, man. She had a big stately home
She
and
did.
like a nice spread. How she come about getting it? It could have been one of her husband's. Like,
It could have been the white dude that was the father.
That's right,
Yeah.
T.
Yeah.
That's
He
right.
coulda
That's a
not-
good point,
Talking
T.
about a lot of land she got, and she didn't get it from no parents. How the hell she gonna get land like that? You know?
Well,
Yeah.
they wait a minute now because they were born across the street where Randolph. That's because cousin Hattie and cousin Charlene were supposed to, the Caffeys were over there.
I don't know.
Over there where Randolph Oliver's has his house on that side.
Cousin Hayes' spot up
Yeah.
on the hill.
Yeah, yeah. They were all cousins, but that's where cousin Charlene and them were supposed to have been born.
All right.
I mean, you know, from the bottom of the hill all the way up to this spot, it was all family. Yeah. And they gave the boys the land, and the girls would have to marry. You know, because Washington got 28 acres, Wesley got like 28 acres, and he gave his up for a mule and went to Richmond.
Well, there wasn't slaves, so there must be a birth certificate or something somewhere, you know, wherever she was born, Richmond or Gloucester or whatever.
Mm-hmm. They got
I
it.
said she never had a birth certificate. She used a baptismal record, but she never had a birth certificate.
Wow.
Well, what did the baptismal record say?
No.
Where?
Just probably the
Where
date
is it?
she
Yeah.
was baptized. I don't know.
It might have had parents.
Her house, because we were little kids when she had her house.
Well, that's all I have. I thank you all for doing this. It was very informative.
Good seeing you, Coons.
Yeah.
All
You
right, yeah,
too,
good
man.
job, Randall. Love y'all.
Yeah.
Yep. Love you, T.
Bye, T. Love you.
I'm gonna get in the
All
picture.
right, now.
Okay, here I am.
Hey,
Bye.
hey, T,
All right, looking good, Rhonda.
Yeah, Lee.
You too,
tell her
Pop.
home for the holiday yet?
Huh?
Now next week.
Next week.
She's coming next week. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, come
Hey,
say
wait a
hi.
minute. Before you guys go, I have to tell you something funny. 3 times people have come up. Hi, Leah. 3 times people have come up to Tal and said, "Are you an Indian?"
I was
Long name.
asked
And
him,
he-
you got your pony?
And
Long
Dad
name.
said, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got
They
that.
said, "Are you an Indian?"
You see it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
There it is.
I see it.
All white.
Yeah.
Good, man.
Look good. Look good.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
you
right.
guys, happy holidays. Love
Don't
you,
feed
Steve.
this.
Love you,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry
All right,
Christmas.
fam.